In this video, we're going to make wire feet for crocheted birds so the birds can stand up on their own. We'll start with about 2 feet of wire, and we're going to thread that wire through the bottom of the body, in where we want one leg to be and out where we want the other leg to be. And then we'll center the wire in the body of the bird. We're going to pinch the wire and fold it up where we want the legs to protrude from the body. This will keep it from sliding around too much. This is the shape of the foot we're going for. 3 big toes, 1 little toe. This section of leg we're going to want to make about 1 to 2 inches long depending on what kind of bird you're making. And then we'll get to the toes. So we're going to pinch the wire where we want the leg to end and the foot to start. So this will be about 1 to 2 inches away from the body. We're going to bend it forward at that point to start making the center toe. We're going to pinch where we want the top of that center toe to be. We'll fold the wire down and fold it back up where we want the end of the small bottom toe to go. This top section is about 1 inch roughly, and the bottom section is roughly 1/2 inch. So now we're going to pinch the wire in the center of the foot, turn it out to the side to make the second big toe, pinch where we want the top of the toe to be, which will be about the same as where the first toe was, and fold that back down to the center. Pinch the center of the foot again, fold the wire up, and we're going to make the last big toe, pinch the top of that toe, fold back down to the center. So now we've got the foot shape about right. We just have an extra end that we need to cut off, so you're going to hold the end, take some scissors, and snip. You could also use wire cutters if you have those. You can make some final adjustments if you want to the shape of the toes. And there we go. 1 foot is done. I'll go ahead. I've folded the other foot, and if one leg is longer than the other, you can unbend the legs, shift it over, and bend them back up. This is your last chance to do this. So birds in real life stand with their legs slanted forward a little bit, so we're going to match that here. We're going to hold the legs forward during this next step. We'll take some hot glue, and we're going to put a generous amount of glue around the base of the feet. This will serve 2 functions. It keeps the legs from splaying out to the side, and it also keeps the legs from shifting forward too much. So we're going to put a pretty generous amount around both of these legs. It's very important that as the hot glue dries, you continue to hold the legs in the position you want them to be in, because if you let go, they'll end up in a place you don't want as the glue dries. So this first coat of glue has dried. I'm looking around and I see that I want a little bit more hot glue right here just to keep the legs a little more stable. So I'm going to go in with the second application and put a little bit more hot glue there. And we'll let that dry. There we go. So we've got the legs secured in place with the glue, but it is a little ugly to see the stubs of hot glue. So we're going to take some yarn of the same color as the bottom of the body, put it on a crochet needle, and we're going to wrap that yarn, or wrap that hot glue with yarn. So we'll insert our needle into the base of where the hot glue is on the side of the tail, thread it underneath the hot glue section, and we're going to leave an end sticking out. We'll tie it later, so don't worry about tying it now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the yarn and wrap once around the hot glue, and then we'll thread the needle in and out of the body at the base of the legs. With every wrap around the base of the legs, you're going to want to secure the yarn into the body. We're going to do this as many times as we need to hide the hot glue, and you can change where you sew through the body, and you can change what area specifically you're covering with your wraps. The goal here is twofold. We want to cover up all the hot glue, and secondly, wrapping the hot glue with the yarn in this way provides more strength to keep the legs in place when you're standing up the bird. So I'm going to fast forward through this section. I do about probably 10-ish wraps in total, but you can do as many as you need. There we go. I think this is going to be the last wrap. We'll thread the needle back into the body and out very close to where your starting yarn end is. We'll tie the two together to secure it. And now we'll hide the ends in the bird by sewing them through and snipping them off. There we go. One leg is wrapped. Now I just got to do the next one. So I've gone ahead and I've wrapped both, and at this point we're basically done. The bird stands up on its own. I probably would have made the legs a little bit shorter. You can adjust the angle of the feet. I like to bend them forward a little bit so that the feet are flat on the floor. I've done that with all these birds. You can use a darker wire if you want. You can use a thicker wire if you want. And there you go.